Oh man, helps if you record. Just recorded the whole spiel and didn't record. So, first part. I think I really didn't respect the route. So the purpose of this video is really just to kind of talk through the reasons why I crashed and burned on the Severn Ultra. We'd spoken a bit about it obviously in the actual video where you've seen the footage, but this is actually kind of dial into all the specifics, the reasons why, so you don't make the same mistakes I did. I think the first big mistake I made was that I didn't respect the course. I really didn't do any kind of pre-work, due diligence on the course. When you look at me on the course, didn't know there was nettles, didn't know it was a jungle in parts, didn't bring my machete to cut through some of it, and that's not an excuse because other people finished it. So in no way should that be used as an excuse, but it's definitely one of the contributing factors that when I do it again next year, I really need to think about that. Recce the whole course. Now Droitwich is about 6.5, 7 hours drive for me, so it is quite a distance, but I've got a first-hand resource there in Alex, who had paddleboarded on the river, cycled and ran parts of the course, so not doing good due diligence on the course is only my fault. In all of these runs, you're going to have plenty of people who can help you. All the resources on the internet nowadays to kind of do that. Second big thing was I had ran about 50 miles in the shoes before, the Nike white ultra shoes, whatever the Nike white ultra shoes are called. Whoever at Nike decided to make white trail running shoes are morons. But when you look at the setup I had those white Nikes, and then I put Ultrafly laces on them, which they're obviously not designed for, but the white Nike laces are terrible. I'd say about 50-60 miles in those white Nikes, which is fine, you know, good distance, but when you actually dial into the fact that I was going to run another 50 or 60 miles in them, I was basically going to double distance in them in one go. Pretty poor decision. Socks were the same socks I always pick, but I hadn't accounted for the terrain, and because I hadn't accounted for the terrain difference, you really see a performance drop in those, especially, I mean, it gets into the heat. The heat was another factor. God knows, I think it was like 23, 24 degrees. Greenock, I think it rains every day of the year. Then an extra bonus day just because we're webbed feet up here. But I hadn't really respected the heat. Very, very similar. You'd think I'd learned my lesson after the Endure 24, but I hadn't because I'm an idiot. So what happened was we were doing about 10-minute miles, but you know, start of the race, you feel good, really, really good. About 12, between 12 and 50 miles in, I dropped down to about 12-minute miles and then 15-minute miles. And the thing is, once you hit that wall, it's you very, very quickly just crash and burn, as I showed in the race where I crashed and burned. So yeah, so you've got lack of respect to the actual route, didn't do any rec gain, poor shoe choice, and also the heat. Nutrition wise, I think I've done really well. I kind of dug deep, ripped the skin off 2 of my pinky toes, which is not nice. So it's not that I quit at the first sign, but I definitely didn't make it easy for myself. Had I done the route recce and had I had correct shoes, that would have meant I had correct socks, because I run in my normal kind of just night running socks because I quite like them, I'm used to them. I think after doing the 50 miles in them I get quite comfortable with that, but one of the things that I have not done is run in really difficult terrain in them, and the changing for them to the kind of knee-high calf compression socks. There's a thickness difference there, which meant that having wet shoes, wet feet, moving into dry socks which are thinner than the thick socks I was wearing, yeah, that way you just make a kind of one error and it leads into another error and it leads into another error, and that's kind of just what happened. So yeah, kind of respect the route, check it out. Don't think because it says Severnway Ultra it's going to be like some sort of Gucci path that you can run on easy. Definitely do your due diligence on the route. Check out the weather, respect the weather, and yeah, learn from somebody else's mistakes. I've made the mistakes, which means that you don't have to.